separated egg sponge method. So you can understand that it's going to be isolated, right? Both yolks will be in one spot, and then the egg white will be in the other spot. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. We're going to go ahead and get the butter melted.
Chef, would you mind giving us your recipe, the one that you're using?
I will. I'll write it down. So I feel like I'm quoting my recipe.
Yeah.
You can secrets from us.
Tell me how you really feel.
How much time is on the timer?
So the problem with this recipe, guys, is that like a lot of the bowls I look at and they still got like fat in it. Okay, guys? We know that wasn't us. I would hate to believe that it's us. Okay? But we know that's not us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I wash the whisk again, and I'm going to wash the bowl again. Because for the egg whites, even if you have a little bit of fat, it's not going to work. Okay, guys? So let me wash this.
Oh, perfect. Just kidding. Yeah. What's this here for? Like, I have my scarf and pretty sure the hoodie's over there. The scarf's really warm.
I'm running my big jacket. I was
like,
thinking I might do that.
I was like, no. But like all my like bigger jackets were under my bed in those Ziploc things.
Well, I stole my ex-boyfriend's jacket because it was big and it was like, thanks.
I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep this. I don't care if we're not together. I'm just gonna keep it.
I already have
That's too much of a trouble. Because then you should go buy it. And there's one right there. Oh, I do. I have a car. I think I have a Carhartt. Coming off on her.
I like how you write.
Her handwriting? So cool. I think everybody's cool handwriting except for me.
Again,
It's like,
you know, I'm always proponent as to you make sure. You know what I mean? Don't rely on anybody else. Just you make sure. I think I would like to see the new generation become not like the last generation where they blame everybody. Let's own up to what we do. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay, here we go. So I have the egg white product already clean, ready to go. And you guys noticed that the egg yolk one, I used the same whisk from the first one. All I did was rinse it out, right? And it's not like I did like toxic things with that, right guys? Rinse them out and you're pretty much ready to go. So we have egg yolks, honey, and we have the little amount of sugar. I'm going to go ahead and grate the lemon zest.
love it.
So, Lawrence, we are going to stick to the 15, okay? So, it's grown, for sure. Okay? So the lemon, in this case, is going to be a whole lemon. zest them out again. Ali, do you have your book open to the lemon?
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Just read me the procedure on that one so that we can be on the same page.
Okay, well, it says to use the creaming method
Yeah.
on this one.
Mhm.
So you want me to read through the whole thing? Double butter, Mandolin pans, and dust with flour, high batter into the pan using a pastry bag. Fitted with a medium flame to
Yeah, I think now I understand why we are not on the same thing. Give me the recipe from there because I want you guys to do this, right? This is the double sponge method, okay? So it's a separated eggs, right? So it kind of doesn't make sense, okay? So let's make the one that's in your book so that you guys can make this tomorrow, okay? Give me the recipe.
Okay. It's 5 ounces of butter, 4.7 ounces of sugar, 0.8 ounces of honey.
So it's 5 ounces of butter, right?
Yes.
You guys, no matter what happens though, like even if this is not something that you guys are going to be doing tomorrow because, you know, I look in the daily, at least you guys will be able to see another creaming method. I think that's the idea, right?
Yes, chef.
Yes?
Are you doing the whole recipe, chef?
From the book?
So are we going to see a separated egg sponge?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, like, do you guys want to see the separated egg all the way through?
Yes, chef.
Okay. Because, you know, the creaming method, you guys know what's up, right guys?
Yes,
You guys know
So we
what's up.
do it by the book tomorrow, but we're gonna watch you do the separated egg today, right?
You got it. We'll stick to the separated eggs, okay guys? So I'm gonna kind of like tell you briefly what the recipe is so that you guys can all be on the same page, okay guys? It's 2 ounces of egg yolks. Egg yolks. 0.3 ounces of sugar. 1.5 teaspoons of lemon zest. And 0.5 ounces of honey. Then it's 2 ounces of egg whites. And 2.5 ounces of sugar. Again. And then we have a pinch of salt. We have half teaspoon of baking powder. 3 ounces of cake flour. And 3 ounces of melted butter. Everybody got it?
Yes, chef.
Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and place my egg yolks into one bowl. And the best way to get your honey out is just to warm it out. You know what I mean, guys? At room temperature, honey becomes almost like glue, so it won't come out. You just warm it out, and it comes out real nice and easy. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw the small amount of sugar. And I'm going to actually start on speed 3. I'm going to start whipping it. Now the reason why I did not throw the zest from the get-go is because the zest is not necessarily going to help us in volumizing. Okay, guys? Zest is going to be a great additional flavor, right? But we're going to add this once this thing becomes, remember ribbon stage? That's when I'm going to add it. Did anybody bring the hot pass today?
Yes, chef. The egg yolk at a cold state, bring it to a ribbon stage, it's going to take a little work, right? So the best application is to make sure that your honey is slightly warm. That helps the process. Okay, guys? But it comes together really quick, so it's coming together lovely right now. Looks gorgeous. So again, I'm going to stop. Speed 2. I'm going to add the zest. Stop. Speed 3, and let's just power it through. We should be there almost. $10.40. That's what I need. Okay, Victoria, pass that around so everybody can see the ribbon stage. And then I'm going to start on the egg whites. Okay, guys? Yes, chef.
Now, please understand that the egg whites, guys, you never want an egg white to be stiff, okay, guys, for this application, okay?
Right.
For this 2 separated egg sponge method, you never want your egg whites to be stiff, okay? But this one goes in really good. Okay. Once you guys are done looking, then you guys can pay attention to what I do. There's not enough time in one class to be slow and methodical. Maybe there is, but I just don't know how to go about it. Okay, you guys ready?
Yes, chef.
So we're going to do the egg whites, and the egg whites will also start on speed 3. what are you looking for? For the egg whites, you want to make sure that egg whites gets foamy. Right, guys? So it's just as if somebody poured a glass of champagne. See, it gets nice and foamy. For those people who don't know what champagne is like commercial on a beer. See that white foam coming up? So that's what you want to see before you start adding the sugar. Sugar acts as a stabilizer. So your meringue is nice.
That's all egg whites,
And sugar. You can add the sugar.
just a little sugar or.
You added it slow.
Okay, guys. You guys got the two foam set right in front of you, right, guys? So you guys notice that the yolks is that faint ribbon stage, right, guys?
Yes, chef.
Okay. So we have the dry ingredients that we need to address. And again, we are going to go ahead and sift the dry ingredients with the exception of salt. I think you guys know why. The kosher salt is very, very big. Okay, guys? So I don't really... Okay, so once that is done, the application is going to be the same, in the sense, you will always start from the yolk. Okay, guys? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add a third of the dry. There's a recurring theme here, right, guys?
Yes, chef.
We're going to add the third of the dry. Oh, it's already out. I'm going to fold the dry, but thank you though. I'm constantly reminded by you lovelies. I'm going to fold a little bit of that, but prior to actually finishing, I just want to make sure that the big lumps has been incorporated. Okay, guys?
Yes, chef.
Okay. Just like before when I passed it around, it will be semi-finished, okay? That's when I'm going to go ahead and get about a third of my egg whites. And I'm going to fold it in. My objective is pretty clear. I want to make sure that there's no dry spots looking at me when I add my egg whites. Yes?
Yes, chef.
I add the other third of my flour and I fold. Again, you know, this whole folding thing is called foncer. better known as le macaroni, right? You'll learn that later when if you have me for plated dessert. But never flatten the batter. Never come down and try to flatten it. It's always constantly rotating. Constantly rotating. Okay, guys? And if I'm not being cordial to my batter, Victoria here is to enforce it. You guys notice that it's a constant turn every time, right, guys? The last one. And we start the process all over. So we fold. And we get the last one of the neighborhoods. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my warm butter or lukewarm butter. I'm going to put it on a separate bowl. And I'm going to get about 2 cups worth of my batter. I'm going to temper my batter to the butter. When you see no breaks, it looks nice and smooth, like a cake batter, right? We're going to reintroduce it into the main batter. I kind of get the feeling why they don't want you guys to do this. I think it's a little too advanced for you guys, but I'm not taking anything away from you guys. This is peanuts compared to what you guys are going to be learning down the road. Make sure you guys blend it in the same way, okay? Whenever you guys are doing this methodology, it never stops. So in other words, you are careful, you are very caring when you're doing this, because what you want to do is you always want to volumize. You don't want to decrease your volume at any point. Does that make sense to you guys? I'm going to rest this for about 20 to 30 minutes. Then we'll pipe it into the mold and we'll bake it.